In this section, we're going to take a look at how to work with persistent data. That is, data that can be saved and persists across play sessions. Specifically, we'll see how to save data by using the Player Preferences class, and how to save data with JSON, that is, JSON, JavaScript Object Notation. In this video, we're going to take a look at preparing for data saving by looking at the Racetrack project from which these examples will be based. In this section of the course, we're going to be looking at how to store persistent data. That is, we'll see how we can take data that is being collected in one play session and then allow the player to retain that data in multiple play sessions. Being able to save data is really great for being able to create things like entering in the player character's name and having that data retained, keeping track of a high score, creating save game states, and other kinds of data in which the player can customize the game, save the data, and then restore that back in a later play session. Now, when I say saving data, I don't just mean keeping track of data across a single play session. The player should be able to save the data in one play session, exit the game, and then perhaps many days or even weeks afterwards be able to load back the computer, load back the application or the game, and then restore that data they saved a long time ago. So it's about keeping track of saved data. We're going to be taking a look at two main ways on how to save data. In the first instance, we're going to be keeping track of a high score value and using the Player Preferences class to do that. And then afterwards, we'll look at how we can save more complex data, such as the state of a level, by looking at JSON. And in this video, I want to take a look at the starting project that we're going to be using for storing this data. This project is included inside the course companion files. We have this kind of racetrack environment here. So this is part of the standard assets, but it's been customized to include some additional features. For example, when we take a look inside the scene tab here at the scene that we have the racetrack environment here. And at the beginning of the level, we have the player's car here. Now, when I press play on the toolbar, the player can control the car, driving it around the level. Notice that we have a score value down here. And when we run into these coin objects, it increments our score. Each coin is worth exactly 10 points. So by running over these coins, we collect 10 points here. So it's actually pretty tough to go around this track and collect absolutely everything here, but I'm not doing too bad. So I managed to get 180 points. And you can see these objects are being collected on the racetrack here. First instance, as we're building up this score here, there will come a point where we might want to save that score so that in restoring back our game, we can load back any earlier scores that we achieved. This could be useful for keeping track, for example, of who managed to achieve the highest score. That's one reason we might want to save the score. Another reason might be to allow the player to resume their progress from a previous score so that the next time they play the game, they're not beginning again from 0 points, but they're carrying on from the points that they had when they left off. So these are the things that we're going to be looking at, and initially we want to keep track of saving the score data between play sessions.